Welcome back to Fire Emblem Thracia 776. Last time, I finally beat Chapter 9. It's never really given me this much trouble before, but, yeah. Let's forget about that, move on. Now we are going to Nowell Valley. The forces of the Fianna Freeblades, the Magi, and the remnants of Leonsta's nobility, though but strangers to one another, had rallied behind their common cause. They quickly cohered into a formidable fighting unit, and became a new army all their own, the Liberation Army. This is actually something that the patch tries to address. Some of the dialogue back in Chapter 6 mistakenly refers to you as the Liberation Army before you're officially called that. Yeah, Little Manster changed a lot of those references. The time was finally right to head for Tara and break the siege upon the city. The Liberation Army made their way to the Imperial Thracian border, which they would cross through Nowell Valley, a small gap in the otherwise impassable mountain range. They didn't mention the name of that fort in the thing, so I can't make jokes about it. So, you might notice something about this map. There are ballistas for the first time. I mentioned back in Karen's bio that one of the reasons why you can't really juggernaut with flyers very much in this game, Thracia loves ballistas. You'll be seeing ballistas a lot from now on. They have a decent amount, 15 might in their weapons, but like, with a lot of support stacking, they're not too big of a threat, but you do want to watch out for the overlapping ballista ranges, especially if you also get hit by other enemies at the same time. Now, we're fighting against the forces of Frege, and Frege really likes Thunder Mages as well as ballistas, and Armor Knights. There's also a guy up here with bolting. Bolting is a lot easier to have people on your side who can use than Meteor is, so I would recommend that you try and capture this guy. In fact, if you can somehow sneak Karen around the ballistas, which is kind of hard, then she can just instantly capture him, because he has no other weapons. We also have some Cavaliers here. Just be aware, though, this one has an Armor Slayer, and this one has a Rider's Bane. Now, we can't preview the boss just yet, but also there's a Thief here with a Stamina Drink, and there's another Thief here who also has a Stamina Drink, and a Rapier, so actually capturing this guy is really nice. Or you can just steal the Stamina Drink with Livers. Speaking of capturing, this guy here has another Flame Sword. I would highly suggest that you capture this guy. Also be aware there is another ballista up here. So, in terms of deployments, what rank is the Armor Slayer? B, yeah. So Fergus with an Armor Slayer is kind of one of your best ways to capture that guy, because mages are going to capture him and he has a bunch of defense from that fort. We can also deploy up to 14 people in this chapter. Also, I believe, if we look at Leaf, Leaf has 2 Authority Stars now, one for August and one for Dorius. So that means that everybody in the army receives a 6% hit and avoid boost. Now, Asbel's in an interesting position. He has exactly enough fatigue for his HP, so one more and he'll be pushed over, but this basically means that I can deploy him well, actually, hang on a minute, he has a Stamina Drink, wait a minute. If I get rid of this Stamina Drink, because I forget if it's equal or over. No, it's equal is fine. So, like, it really doesn't matter whether he has 36 or 100 fatigue at the end of this chapter. He'll still have to sit the next one out anyway, so I may as well deploy him here. This does mean I won't be able to use him next time. Now, Karen, despite the ballistas, is insanely useful in this chapter. Sell the Broken Staff for a bit of cash. Ocean still can't use the hammer, why? Yeah, you do have to be careful of Dagdar's fatigue. Giving Nana Hotha's Scroll so that she'll have more HP. She's very close to being fatigued, though, and I don't want her fatigued. Like, I really want Charm for the next chapter, so I should probably not deploy her then. As well can take the Wind Tome, though. I want to check something here. How many Master Seals do I have? 3. Ocean, Nana, third has to be Callian, probably. We will be getting another one in this chapter, though, I think. Swap your Steel Lance for an Iron one. For now, Dagdar will take the Poleaxe, too. Leaf, Asbel, definitely want Karen, I want Fergus, I want Finn, I want Ossian, Dagdar, Callian. The Thieves are actually a good idea for this. I want Safi because I may actually need to repair the Vouge. It might not be a terrible idea to bring Marty just for an extra pack mule. Though, granted, Dalsin can do that too, and he probably has better stats for it. Sorry, Marty. I mean, March has served me pretty well so far. And I guess Selfina and her killer bow? Actually, given that most of the ballistas one-shot her, I am gonna undeploy Lara. And let's go. Now, see all the ballista hit rates that I showed in the preparation screen? Well, they're actually going to go up a little bit once we start the map, thanks to this guy, General Largo, no relation to the guy from Path of Radiance. But also, yeah, this is Olwen. You'll probably recognize her if you played Fire Emblem Heroes. She is finally entering the story. You might not recognize this guy, though, and that's probably by design. He's kind of meant to be very average. And General Kempf is a name you'll also probably recognize if you've even heard about Thracia in passing. Yeah, this is why the Phryge arc is generally quite well received, because pretty much all of the Phrygian antagonists in the Yggdrasil games are very memorable and well developed. So yeah, Olwen would rather be here than cooped up in Fort Dum Dum. That's what I will always call it, because Kempf is there. At least nobody else likes him. He's not even on screen, and already we're getting a pretty good idea of who he is. But like, even lines like this, Kempf might be a horrible person with no redeeming qualities, but they still make him a decently developed character. Although, lines like this are so funny now, given what happened with Heroes. Like, this was obviously, you know, written long before that actually happened, but it's just really funny how, like, having a seething hatred of Reinhardt for his popularity was always part of Kemp's character. It just takes on a very different meaning now. And yes, this is Reinhardt's sister. So, that's interesting. Yeah, and right after we learned that a bunch of sort of poor common folk are starving and turning to banditry, and a lot of nobles are turning a blind eye, we learned about this guy. I do feel like a lot of people focus on the class warfare, I guess, aspects of Thracia's plot probably more than were actually intended. They're still there, though. Yes, nothing's worse than an oblivious rivalry. Just kind of like Kakashi and Might Guy, but if Might Guy was an absolute asshole, which is not true at all. Interesting. Yeah, we're kind of learning a little bit more about this. But I sort of agree here because, like, Phryge is not even really related to North and South Thracia at all. They're invaders and conquerors as part of the Grand Vale Empire, which Sigurd accidentally helped build in FE4 Generation 1. Good job, Sigurd. Yeah, one of the noble houses of Grand Vale, they're descendants of the Crusader Thrud, and they really like Mage Knights and Thunder Magic specifically. Well, we definitely have an idea of their numbers because we can actually see the map. I wouldn't actually say this garrison is small. There's quite a lot of enemies in this map. At the very least, there's no reinforcements. But, yes, there are ballistas. And the ballistas do actually hit pretty hard. They're not a threat to most people, but to characters with no defense, they are actually pretty rough. Especially people like Saf who have low HP as well. Now, this bit here is actually kind of funny because according to the Little Manster patch notes, not even they could figure out what the third means of attack was, and they had to just make their best guess. So the first option is send a small force to deal with the ballista, while we send a bigger force to distract the main enemies. Second, we could storm the valley with our cavalry, overwhelming their main body and allowing us to swiftly dispatch the ballistae. Could work as a last recourse. Well, actually, it's kind of the only recourse if you're doing the offensive method, because plan 1 kind of relies on the enemies moving away from ballista range and falling for baiting, but they actually don't if you have, like, the AI movement on. Like, movement visibility. And yes, the third way, since you've caught on that both plans involving direct confrontation are inadvisable, I'm sure you don't need it spelled out for you, Prince Leaf. Yeah, they kind of try to give some gameplay hints here, but it's a bit vague. The translators concluded that the third way was simply heading to the south and ignoring the main force of the enemies entirely. Admittedly, this way you do avoid these ballistas and the bolting guy, but there's actually a very good item in this house. Also, we kind of want to visit this house before the thief that starts here gets there. Fortunately, the forest will slow his movement a bit. But you might notice these ballistas actually all have kind of good accuracy now, and that's because this guy here, Largo, he has 3 authority stars and 2 vigor, so 10% chance of acting twice in a turn, and he has some pretty scary items. Now, speaking of vigor stars, okay, yeah, this guy has a vigor star and adept, which is kind of scary, to be honest, and a silver lance. However, he's actually a little weaker than the boss of the previous chapter, and if he vigor stars into Asbel, he probably won't last very long. Since it's turn 1, I'm actually going to just reset if I don't get this capture with Fergus here. So I probably won't get the capture this time. Yeah, so let me show you a trick that people in the comments told me. Just like in the GBA games, if you wiggle around the movement cursor on a character, this actually does change the RNG. So if I do that, and then go for the capture again, I should get a different outcome. Yeah, I did! So yeah, I think this is kind of the same logic to what the GBA games use, that it actually advances the RNG to, like, change the sort of, like, angle of, like, the arrow, but there's no arrow in this game. Okay, I got the Vigor Star, that time, which, yeah, this map can go in a lot of different directions based on how things like that work, because, the AI on that Wyvern mini-boss and the Thief to the north is very strange. But anyway, I'm going to take this guy, trade, Flamesword, Bridge Key, Vulnerary, and then release. I won't be able to promote Finn this turn, just because I want to release that guy. But now, yeah, I am going to be sending Asbel and Leaf in here. So, like, I think this guy's AI is based on how close you are to the village at any given time. Like, he must start going for it once he knows that one of you is, like, about to reach it. But okay, I'm going to go ahead and promote Ossian here. And this is going to give him the greatest gift since the Vouge. Because now he has shoulder pads! Reminds me a little bit of the Varia suit from Metroid. 15 speed and 10 defense is pretty decent. But yeah, I also, okay, I'm going to need Dagdar on call for ballistas. I'm going to need Callian to get some experience in the north, maybe. And now, Lithus in range of 1 ballista is typically fine, but you don't want him in range of more than 1. And you don't want Safi in range of any ballistas. But I am going to actually need to, like, I'm kind of hoping that at least one person gets hit by a ballista, because I want Safi to use Physic, and the reason for that is, I think I'll put Karen down here to get in range of that village. The reason for that is, if I go in there, I'm going to be crossing a line that spawns some people, and I don't want to do that too soon, so I think I will just put Fergus here and just see how the enemy AI goes. But yeah, the reason why, I want to do that is that I just realized recently I actually need Safi to have A rank in Starves by Chapter 12X, because I need to be able to use Warp for my strategy there to work. And yet there's being shot by a ballista twice thanks to a cost. I'm going to show the ballista animations the first time they fire, and then I'm going to be turning animations off for them, because, okay, that's a few too many people getting hit by ballistas that turn. I would have liked only 1. Okay, yeah, that guy's moving towards the lower village, and that guy's moving towards the upper village, so I probably do have to send Fergus that way. that or Asbel, because the Wyvern Rider did not start moving, and that's kind of good, because I like him to stick to the north. That way he has a decent chance of just crashing into Asbel and getting completely wrecked. But speaking of crashing into Asbel, I don't want, like, 3 ballistas to shoot Asbel. But I can equip Wind for, like, decent avoid, and then if I think if I do this, I do need to heal Leaf, because him getting hit by multiple ballistas would be bad. Although, actually, wait, no, I'm going to Vulnerary, and I'm going to heal Dagdar with Safi, because I really want Dagdar to be healed before he goes into the front. I'm just keeping track of... Okay, yeah, so the mountain here marks the line. Once you cross the line, or when turn 4 happens, a certain event happens. So, I don't want to cross that line too soon. But I'm going to go for the Paragon Sword here. I believe Callian, depending on luck with enemy stat rolls, actually one-rounds this guy. My Callian, at least. But yeah, the thing with the Paragon Sword is that you kind of want to kill with it, because otherwise you're wasting its uses on getting, like, suboptimal amounts of experience. Now, I can put Lithus there. The reason why I want to move Lithus around is that he can open that lower bridge, but... Okay, well, Lithus in range of... Like, Lithus on a fort in range of ballistas is fine, but the best is Lithus in range of no ballistas. So I can send him down there. I guess I can start moving Dalsin in. And then here is the issue, so... That Thief. Like, Fergus or Finn can go for a Brave Weapon capture. The problem with that is that if they miss their Brave Weapon attacks, they're getting countered by a Rapier. Meanwhile, Lithus can steal the Rapier. He can even do it at base because the Rapier is so light, but, I think I will send Fergus to the north here. There's actually not going to be... Like, we don't really need a whole ton of units around the middle because, these guys don't move. And the only other enemies we'll be facing there are going to be, let's just say, not going to be a problem for very long. Yeah, I'm going to have Finn go over here and promote himself now. But yeah, this is kind of a weird chapter. It's kind of all about dealing with a couple of isolated side objectives that it's kind of, I have to often improv because the enemy AI in terms of like what it does with the side objectives is kind of unpredictable for me. Somebody in the comments who worked on the Little Manster patch, like, thank you so much for commenting on these videos. I've really loved your insight so far. They actually explained the way the AI on the Wyverns worked in the previous map, and it's really weird. Like, I would never have guessed they worked that way. Like, they basically all move to the central mountain and stay there unless something gets in their range. The reason why it looks like they just have charge everything AI is that if they're on the middle mountain, the chance of something being in their range is extremely high. That's like the way to put it. So, normally it just looks like they charge it, but then, like, on like turn 20-something, there's dialogue. I think it's actually, like, the code that calls that dialogue is unused, but there's dialogue for the boss being like, wipe out the bandits, everybody charge, and then all the enemies go super aggressive. So yeah, Thracia enemy AI is very weird. But it's great to have people dissecting it like that. But I would like to, I'm very much looking forward to dissecting this Thief's AI, and also the Wyvern mini-boss's AI, because they've done some weird things in my attempts at this map. Some very weird things. Oh yeah, I mentioned that Lithus can, like that. Now he's going into the middle. Why is he doing that? He sometimes stays north. So now I have to completely change my plan, because I need that guy to attack Asbel and die. And the problem with moving Asbel away is Leaf no longer has a support in the north area, and I kind of want Leaf to visit that village, but... Right, okay. I can get in on this. Now, I want to use the Vouge here just for the maximum chance that this guy ends up dying. Okay, good. One less ballista is good. Yeah, sometimes you can just miss ballistas and it looks really funny. But I'm just going to go ahead and... I guess I can show off what the armory sells here. Okay, you can buy iron blades. They are really freakishly heavy, though. And this vendor... Yeah, being in Frege territory, it makes sense they're selling Thunder Tomes. I'm gonna go ahead and try and Paragon Sword this soldier, or that could happen. At least the Paragon Sword gives +5 defense. That's another really good reason not to, like, break it. But yeah, here is the thing, because that Wyvern Rider is doing things, and I would like him to attack Asbel, but that's going to be kind of tricky right now. So, if I do this with Dagdar, I cross the line, and by doing so, I will trigger a certain event to happen, but it's probably fine if it happens right now. Getting rid of this Ballista is going to open things up a lot. The problem is the chance of that happening is... I mean, I've got a cost, so... there's probably no reason... Like, I get 4 attacks with this anyways. There's probably no reason for me not to just do this. This guy being on a mountain is a pain, though. Yeah, that has a tendency to happen. And yeah, the moment that you cross the line, the enemy wants Olwen to retreat here. Even though her orders are reconnaissance and alerting Fort Dum Dum. But that is still gonna be her first priority. Because she swears to leave the battlefield and ride for Fort Dum Dum in short order. And yep, this guy is Fred, generic name for a generic-looking guy, but his stats aren't really that generic. Firstly though, Olwen. She has Dire Thunder, a Brave Thunder Tome, which is really, really, really scary. Even though she has 0 attack speed when using it, she also has a Vigor Star. And here's Fred. His stats are pretty good and he has an A rank in swords, but the Lightning Sword doesn't give +5 magic, so it's going to cut into his attack power a lot. The odds of him, like, actually killing you are pretty low. But yeah, these two will leave at the start of enemy phase turn 6. So we're only going to be dealing with them for a very short while, but they will attack any of your units in range. Now, if you're worried about accidentally killing them, don't, because that's not possible. They have literally unkillable skill, but they're even better than that. They actually have a skill that prevents them from being captured. My guess is that's because, like, they really, the plot only makes sense if they both leave to go back to the fort. And then being captured by your army would kind of put a damper on that. Now, here's the thing. I think I need to visit this house, but in doing so, I risk bolting, and bolting has a very high critical rate. Oh, actually, though, I can equip the Flame Sword for essentially +5 resistance. That's an interesting use of the Flame Sword. And yep, there's one more Crusader-related euphemism for those keeping score. Yeah, I would say maybe not South Thracian hospitality, more like North Thracian, but North Thracia has not been very hospitable to the South Thracians. And if you've been using that as a walking stick, you've been really missing out. This is the Rescue Staff. In most Fire Emblem games, this is pretty insanely good. It teleports an ally to an adjacent tile to you. But in Thracia, it's even better because all ranged staffs have infinite range. Which, yeah, really, really, really good effect to have in this game. Like, it's judging by its name, its likely intent is to pull people out of danger, but how it's actually used is giving it to somebody like Nana, charging to the front lines, then pulling your best combat units right near where the enemies are. I'm not going to do that, even though she does need staff rank. So, yeah, that thief is going to be on this house soon, but I kind of want to have some people down there to maybe protect Karen when she's down there, because she'll need to dodge that soldier and two ballistas if she does get on that house. Okay, Dagdar getting hit twice there is a little unfortunate. Oh boy, Leaf's not getting very lucky with his dodges here. I just kind of hope that Callian finishes you off. I do kind of like how the building background looks in this game. It's pretty much the same as in Genealogy. And okay, please actually get strength this time, Callian. Well, I mean, he got speed. Okay, I'm a little... Oh, that's not good. See, when I said this chapter is, like, very much dependent on, like, this oh, wait, no, I think I survive even though I get hit. But it missed anyway. I wouldn't have survived if I had the flame sword, if I didn't have the flame sword, so that's cool. And now that Thief's changed his mind, he's going south. Yeah, the forests here do a pretty good job of keeping Olwen from getting too close to you, so she's not really that scary, but I would recommend being, like, really far south by the time that she arrives. Yeah, that Thief is being a little weird right now. But when is he not a little weird? Speaking of being a little weird, this guy, why is he not moving at me? But anyway, now we can get Callian out from here, we can get Ossian out from there. Probably should Physic Dagdar. Oh, he's not even on a mountain. Huh. Okay, I can, like, bow him. Oh, if Olwen gets a Vigor Star there, Dagdar will probably die because of, like, a cost. Ah, that's actually a problem. Although, a bunch of these guys are blocking her, but still, it's a 5% chance. That's going to be famous last words, isn't it? And there we go. At least that's one more ballista dead. Oh, okay, speaking of which, the one who got the Vigor Star, ... was me! Oh, that is 2 ballista range, so... But he might have to. Yeah, he has a vulnerary, but I also probably need to have Safi heal him. Safi, though, can go ahead and Physic Staff you. I was about to say... Oh, and she double cast, okay. I was about to say, unless she misses. Oh, but yeah, also... Missing, yeah, it still gives you weapon experience. So, like, sometimes you kind of want to miss with staves in this game. Okay, yeah, most things keep his avoid the same. I guess I can equip that. Oh, right, Leaf. Leaf kind of does need healing as well. I need to get rid of that ballista eventually because it's going to maybe stop Karen from getting to the bolting guy. But if Karen just so much as scratches him, she gets a free capture because he has no, like, weapons that can counterattack at one range. Everyone's just getting Vigor Stars today, which is probably not actually the best because this makes me worried that Olwen might. But I can send you in at least. Yeah, because he's a promoted mounted class, he can go on mountains, which was, yeah, something that you learned the hard way, like, that you, well, need to be aware of the hard way in genealogy. Very much aware of. Yeah. Now, there are actually a lot of players who like giving Karen the leg ring to make it easier for her to get in, to weave in between the ballistas. I didn't actually know that when I gave Leaf the leg ring, but I still like the leg ring on Leaf. But yeah, also Kaga recently mentioned, not recently, Kaga mentioned in an interview that was actually kind of, like, fairly, like, comparatively recent, that, like, the characters' horses changing color on promotion in the Yggdrasil games was intentional, because the idea was, as the army grows, they replace their horses. So, canonically, those are different horses. I am very glad that I healed Dagda that time. Okay, that should be okay. Ballistas actually have 10 ammo in this game. I'm used to them having 5, like in most other Fire Emblem games. Yeah, Olwen's a little confused in her movement, and usually she holds back with her movement, because, like, she doesn't really want to... Well, she actually does seem canonically in the story eager to fight here, but, like... Yeah, she's actually not eager to fight in terms of her AI. Okay, we're still on turn 5, though, so they're not going to be leaving just yet. I don't want Selfina to, like, take up too much space down here. Because, again, she's really here just for, like, utility and stuff. However, I sort of need to do this. I don't think staves can double cast if they only have 1 use left, but I probably am wrong about that. Yeah, 20. She should be hitting A rank by chapter 12X. So, yeah, I also, speaking of things that should be happening soon... Okay, 22 attack. And Liv is a 3 defense. Okay, he barely survives if he opens up that bridge. However, there is a soldier there, so I will need to have Dagdar rush in when Lithus opens the bridge. But yeah, he just very barely survives. I guess Marcher can go on that mountain. So, yeah, like, things might look a little strange right now, but, next turn, Olwen's gonna be gone, and then, yeah, let's have everyone head south. Because, yeah, this is basically what the, what Little Manster agreed, that Plan 3 was. Oh, I can't actually have Leaf go there. Because Olwen will still go for you if you're in her range. I'm unfortunately gonna have to have Leaf not be near Asbel. And Callian in there, and then... Okay, yeah. So yeah, I've got 10% less Avoid here, but still dodge that. That is fine. Oh, both of them going for Asbel. For once, they didn't go for Dagdar. And he levels up out of this. Is he gonna get Magic? Oh, he is. Really good level up overall. But, like, honestly, Magic is, like, overkill for him at this point. Like, he's gonna one-round, pretty much, everything. Like, with his, just, like, seriously, he's 4 points off of capped on that. But okay, so, right. As per the plan, which keeps changing. Okay, I can get to that, but, oh, and Fergus can go ahead and block off Leaf. Oh, no, there's no way I can get the... There is! Interesting, okay. Because, like, I can actually do this. Is that another reason why Callian having, like, a lower starting sword rank is kind of bad? Because it means that he can't do this at base? Well, Fergus can't do this at base either, but Fergus is C rank in swords at base, so he's pretty close to being able to use the flame sword. And yeah, even on somebody with pathetic magic, against low resistance enemies, it's still kind of a solid option, though I probably want to give that back to Leaf afterwards. But yeah, Dagdar can now... That's not like 3 ballistas, is it? No, it's just 2. Okay, that house is gonna have an interesting conversation in it, so I might want to save that until, like, later. You have a lockpick and a... I suppose I could try stealing that stuff with, like, Liffus, but... So, yeah, let's get you down there. Let's, I think I can actually afford to, like, put Callian there, because, like, again, this is turn 6. They will go into retreat mode at the start of turn 6 enemy phase. Also, holy crap, Finn's Avoid with the Brave Lance on, a mountain. Yeah, don't even think about attacking them. It's not worth it at all. Can't even... Well, you could steal Fred's Vulnerary, but, like, you can't take their, like, items, by capturing them or anything. Have I mentioned that I actually do like this song quite a lot? I don't actually like a lot of the map themes in Thracia all that much, but this song's pretty good. It's like, I don't know why, but something about this song sounds like thunder to me, which kind of fits fighting the Frisian army. So, this is the other infamous village conversation in this game. This one was embellished quite a lot by Project Exile. This thing here was not in the Japanese script. I actually do like the content of this conversation, though. If this was a localization, I consider it a pretty good one. Yeah. That person in the comments who worked on Little Manster has told me the main reason why they didn't change a lot of the village dialogues in Little Manster was because they were focusing more on retranslating the main story over fixing the village dialogues. So it just wasn't as high a priority. So yeah, that's good to know. But yeah, he says pure water isn't very good for plants, but it kind of is because it turns them into this. This would normally be called the Barrier Staff, increasing resistance. It's basically pure water, but a staff. However, in this game, it gives +7 to magic, so you can use it to raise your magical offense, rather than just magical defense. Not only that, but also, you can use it for, let's just say there are certain staves later in the game that work if your magic is higher than the target's. So giving yourself an extra +7 magic that can exceed your cap, by the way, that can do some fun things with certain staves. It's kind of funny because this makes it sound like she's going to get reinforcements. There are no reinforcements on this map. So she and Fred are going to retreat now. But okay, the house gives me a little bit of an avoid boost. I still got hit though. Please dodge. Okay, good. As long as it doesn't get, like, double hit. Okay, yeah, the ballista's going for Liffus. Liffus should be fine. Yeah, it just barely doesn't kill him. And he leveled up out of it. Okay, Callian Ballista. That's actually not bad, because he has the Paragon Sword, and this will give him good experience thanks to the, Paragon Sword. Yeah, I was saying he has the Paragon Sword because of the defense bonus. And also, yeah, they go their full movement when they're in retreat mode. Did that thief just go on a plains tile? That thief just went on a plains tile. Interesting, okay. I might be able to try and go for the Brave Lance capture now. And in fact, I might even be able to put Leaf in there. So like I said, if this doesn't work, I might be in, like, I get counterattacked by a Rapier. However, Leaf's sort of running all over the place here, but if I put Leaf here, I should be good. Let's equip that Rapier, and then... I believe this puts me up to 99 hit, yeah. So... this should hopefully be good. This way I'll be able to get his Rapier and the Stamina Drink. Again, you can... oh, blue-haired thief, that's cool. You can steal the Rapier with Liffus, but that runs the risk of Liffus being in danger of, like, ballistas and stuff, so I don't want to do that. Oh, Callian's inventory is full. I mean, yeah, he has 70 avoid even with a captive. He should be okay. And only one ballista will be able to attack him. Yeah, some of these lower ballistas actually run the risk of running out of ammo in this chapter. Oh, and I could go for the capture with, like, the other, brave weapon guy here. And this guy doesn't even have a rapier, so, yeah, let's go for this. He does have more attack speed than me when I'm capturing, but I have the brave sword. Yeah, nothing's certain in Thracia, but I can probably... no, I don't have physics, so Dagdar going for the capture there. Although if he's only in range of, like, one ballista, he could be okay. But Dagdar's defense will be halved if he captures. I did buy a stamina drink last chapter. You know what? To be honest, I'm going to prioritize just pure safety over going for captures here. So, yeah, let's just kill you. Because I've actually had to restart this chapter a decent number of times, and I don't want to have to do it again. Hopefully. Okay, good. We have a vulnerary with Dagdar, so he can just go down here. In a good position to try and take out that ballista with somebody now. Although, actually, maybe not, because there's a lot of forest there. But actually, like, Liffus has pretty much done his job. I don't need Liffus to really be on the front lines anymore. Unless I want to open that bridge, but you really don't need to. Ossian will head to the south, and, oh yeah, Callian can't go on the... can't go on the mountain, because it's an unpromoted mounted unit. Only white horses can cross mountains, apparently. Yeah, speaking of bridges, the only way you can avoid that whole only white horses can cross mountains thing in FE4 is if you have Dew. I don't think it's ever explained to you that Dew can unlock that bridge, but yeah, it's like the one lockpicking that thieves do in that game. Okay, that's probably fine. Yeah, he wasn't gonna dodge. Yeah, get used to seeing these ballistas, by the way, because the enemies love ballistas in Genial. You just blocked off the mage. That's kind of sad of you, but okay. Alright, now these guys are moving. You gotta be a little careful of them, because one of them has a Rider's Bane. What is that Wyvern Rider doing? Why is he not moving towards me? Huh. But okay, yeah, Rapier, Stamina Drink, and then... still a little bit too wimpy to actually take that, but, yeah, so that's a Long Lance. Okay, there they are. You do have to watch out for that Rider's Bane, and the Armor Slayer, but once the Rider's Bane is down, then you can pretty much safely have your cavalry, just attack those people. However, I think I'm just gonna use Ossian here, because he's not weak to either of them. You can go ahead and release, and then Callian. Actually... yeah, I will probably want Callian to, like, get some experience fighting these guys and maybe also dodging ballistas. Okay, that's a 20% avoid from the forest. That guy's on a mountain, isn't he? Yes, he is. I hate it when they do that. So, okay, Asbel. I'm using wind here just because I want Asbel to have as much avoid as possible when he's dealing with ballistas. I wonder if that Wyvern guy is going to finally start moving towards me. The problem is, if he Vigor Stars, I really want only Fergus or Asbel in his range. And I don't want Fergus to fight that guy from no terrain. As tempting as it is to Flame Sword the Ballista. Yeah, because Fergus will get shot by 2 ballistas there. Alright, Sappy can get some staff experience, healing Liphus. Okay, one more skill and then you'll never miss again, which I actually need. But yeah, her fatigue is definitely getting up there. I might actually need to stamina drink her, because I want her in the next chapter, I think. So, okay, it all comes down to that Wyvern Rider. What the heck is his AI doing? Again, as long as I have no cavalry or armors in range of those guys, I don't really care about them. It's funny how fast that animation is when you're so close. No, hey, you gain stats. Well, +1 defense is pretty good, actually. Just, again, Wyvern Rider. What the heck is that Wyvern Rider doing? Well, that's annoying. It means that I'm bottlenecked here. Probably should have equipped that Flame Sword, just so that I would have killed you on the enemy phase. At least that means the mage has no choice but to not attack Asbel at all because he's smart. And yet, the Wyvern Rider still does nothing. Huh. Well, I can take out another soldier. Three shots left, 4 shots left, and you have 3 left. Okay. Okay, I am just gonna go for this. I really hope that Wyvern doesn't do anything weird. Also, this could miss, given my luck with ballistas so far. Oh, no, I crit. Nice. So that is, that ballista. I mean, that ballista wasn't really a huge threat to me, but at least it means I can move Karen in a little closer. And I can safely have Sappy, not that, safely have Sappy heal more people. I do probably want Finn heading to the south, though. And again, if all of these guys go for Ossian, they're mostly Lancers anyway, I say, as that has not really mattered all that much. Because, like, Weapon Triangle doesn't really do a whole lot. And Fred and Olwen should be off the map this turn. Are they even going to attack Ossian? That'd be kind of sad if they didn't. But I guess he can go in the mountain now and fight them. Okay, I do have the Flame Sword equipped now, as you can tell by the purple sprite here. So this guy, I think he actually might... No, he got crit, okay. Pretty sure Fergus has a scroll, so I don't think he was at risk of getting critical there. Okay, nice crit there. And yeah, there they go. So she's gone, he's gone, and there is a distinct lack of threats in this region, apart from this guy. However, as long as he attacks either Brave Sword Fergus or Asbel, you know what? I'm just gonna have Asbel go in here. Oh, okay. Vigor Star, huh? I have actually been burned, though, in this chapter by rushing in with a Vigor Star when I didn't need to. However, I think I will do it this time. So, another Ballista dead, and this is, like, guaranteeing that guy is going to attack Asbel and die. And he won't be able to get his Vigor Star if he dies, so, yeah. If something's in his range, he's almost certainly just going to go for the attack. Guess this means Fergus can go on the... Okay, again, everyone's loving Vigor Stars today, but I don't really need them right now. So yeah, Lance, okay, there's the... Ah, the Rider's Bane is actually quite close, and if I get rid of the Rider's Bane, it should mean that Callian can maybe come in there and fight those guys. And there we go. Thank you, Comment Advice, for saying that I could just use an Iron Axe there if I don't really need the Vouge. There we go. From what okay, that's just a C rank. Yeah, his starting axe rank's weirdly low. But yeah, like from what I've heard, Okay, that's still considered a forest, which is nice. There are no A-ranked axes in this game, for some reason. So it's like having a B rank lets you use every axe you can possibly use. Well, I guess the game didn't appreciate the meme number there, which is good, because I don't actually either. Oh, Callian gets a support from Leaf, so I might as well put Leaf in his range. I think he was... No, he was actually just out, I think. Just like, there's no way that Wyvern does something profoundly weird, like movie and not attack me, get a Vigor Star, and go for Karen. I should be, like, mostly good here. Yeah, commenters, if you can dissect that guy's AI, please let me know. Yeah, Fergus is just gonna stay here. Equip the... Is that the... No, he has better avoid with other stuff. And yeah, here we go. He should be good. He's getting the leaf support, so he's not criticaling, because, okay. I like that guy, like, almost cantered. He was like, it's like, his sprite was considering cantering, but then he's like, oh, wait, I can't actually go anywhere right now. Ballista. That's fine. Here we go. Finally, you're actually attacking me. And, this guy, he doesn't even get a quote. And he's done. No death quote either. Yeah, he's just a mini-boss with weird AI. Okay, so now... should be... Callian would stop missing. I said if Callian would stop missing. If I move Leaf away, then I'm going to be out of support range. I guess I'll kill off this guy then. Nope, okay. They just like to dodge. But I got the follow-up critical modifier. Okay, I guess now is the time to mention the obligatory thing. So that used to be called, that used to be referred to by the community as PCC, for Pursuit Critical Coefficient, which I admit has a nice ring to it. However, when, like, double attacking, the official term for it was localized as follow-up, which I don't think actually happened until Heroes, I want to say. When that was localized that way, they're like, okay, we need to use the official localization for that, so it's follow-up, so we have to call it that. And then people still called it coefficient, creating the acronym FUCC, follow-up critical coefficient. Or follow-up critical modifier, or FUCM. Yeah, I'll leave you to pronounce that yourself. Which was admittedly pretty amusing, but still. I'm kind of glad. I kind of prefer FCM over that, even though it doesn't quite have the same ring to it. I'd just rather not be referring to Fire Emblem characters FUCC. Which apparently Finn came in like a second place. No, Finn actually won like a Twitter poll for like most FUCC-able Thracian character. And Kane came second. To be fair, I can kind of see Kane, but I don't know, like Finn? I'm not really sure why Finn won that, but I guess Finn is canonically one of the oldest characters in this game. He's like one of the few Fire Emblem characters to be like 30 or over, which is kind of sad. And that ballista only has one use left. See, okay, that guy's on a fort, though. I'd sort of like to do just this, and just sort of... Then he does get shot by 2 ballistas, though. I mean, he has the vulnerary. And he's actually been getting some pretty decent HP, though, at least. He's not going to actually damage that guy, though, without, like, crits. So... Oh, I forgot. Oh, so you had the hammer. Whoops. Okay, well, I'll start hammering those guys soon. Here's where things get a little bit though, because... Oh, boy, the boss. So, I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, because I've attempted this chapter a lot of times, thanks to Lithus getting splattered a few times. And, giving yourself +7 magic that I believe also ignores caps, that can do some pretty interesting things. Oh, he didn't crit, did he? I think he crit. Oh! I mean, it was Lithus, but still. I forgot about Bolting's crit rate. All Thunder Magic does that. Okay, well, good level up and everything except magic. But, like, he doesn't really need any more magic right now. He has enough to one round basically every... You get special dialogue at the end of the map if you capture this boss. Which is extremely annoying because he's a general with ridiculous luck on a fort, and yeah. But yeah, that's Tink. At least it gives the Paragon Sword experience. And they're going for Leaf anyway. Kind of wondered if they would. Oh, right, that was my... Also, this guy's out of ammo. So, yeah, we actually did run one of the ballistas out of ammo. Which means we're just left with you. Maybe now is the time for... Oh, but the... Wait, does he have a scroll? Okay, I can give him a scroll, though. I can give him Hoda's scroll. Sort of want to heal Ossian, though, but if he's only in range of one ballista... Okay, my hit rate is atrocious, though. I think I will wait until next turn and then, like, then heal him. I probably need to give Leaf a scroll if I do this. Because I've been crit by that guy once before. I don't want it to happen again. Oh yeah, he no longer has the flame sword either. Can officially send Karen up here, though. And yeah, stay out of range of the boss because he could Vigor Star you, and that would be terrible. Like, normally I recommend just stealing this guy's Master Seal and just killing him, but, sadly, I think I actually do have to capture him, because I just really want to show that dialogue. On that note, though, like on the note of, like, capturing... Okay, yeah, I need to heal him. Wait, hang on, I'm dumb. Ossian could go up there and kill that and be safe because he had the Hoda scroll. I'll still just heal. But yeah, on that note though, so there's actually special dialogue that you get. Well, not special. There's different dialogue with August that he says in, I am being so stupidly indecisive here. Different dialogue that August says at the end of the last chapter if you don't capture the boss, so if you don't unlock the Dagdar paralogue. And if you do that, you actually, it's the only way to see one of August's most iconic lines. Which is referenced in basically every single other game that references Thracia. So it's kind of weird that it's from, like, technically a bad route that you're not really supposed to take. But it is 1,000 Pegasi led by one dragon can defeat 1,000 dragons led by one Pegasus. And, yeah, I do like how, like, the world of, Yggdrasil has its own, military, slang. Like military expressions. Like, that's really cool. However, I would appreciate if that statement was not as offensive towards Pegasi, because I'd personally rephrase that to 1,000 Pegasi led by one dragon can defeat 1,000 dragons led by one Pegasus, unless that Pegasus is Rainbow Dash. In which case, if you do see her leading an army of 1,000 dragons, run! And it won't save you. Okay, now I'm gonna go and attempt to hammer this. That sounds very weird, out of context. Attempt to hammer this guy, but yeah. Wow, okay, that guy got blown into another universe. But yeah, with that, now I can just put Callion here. With the Paragon Sword and the Fort, like, nothing is going to be able to really scratch him. Yeah, at all. So he can just sit here and get all the experience he wants. Now it's kind of going to be maybe better if I do actually send Leaf up there. Again, I'm being very, very indecisive right now. I suppose, like, Leaf can go in here now. This is kind of weird. I should probably get started on capturing this boss, but, like, I want to get everything else out of the way first, because I actually kind of want to save state on this guy. I feel like people won't really feel bad for me save state abusing against this boss. Oh, physic. Okay, enemies can miss with staff. I think that is the first time I've ever seen an enemy miss with a staff before. So, yeah, that's something that can happen. Okay, but you're down. Yeah, the other guy isn't even attempting to attack him. It knows that it can't hurt him. And wow, Callion is not getting strength whatsoever. He's basically becoming a horse Myrmidon. Even though he has 50% strength growth right now. It's just like Arthur's speed growth for me in Fire Emblem Fates. You know, I think I'm just going to wait until that ballista runs out of ammo. And meanwhile, Ossian can just hammer more of these guys. Okay, now that he's not in a fort, they're actually attacking him. Not that it will save them. And that's all of that ballista uses, but I just realized Karen can't actually fly into that guy without enduring one bolting, so I think I need to give her a scroll, just to be absolutely sure. Just because I do not want to take my chances at all here. So if I go there... Scroll, fly up. And Sappy's fatigued, so I might need to stamina drink her next time. And you missed anyway, but I was just taking precautions, which I really need to this late into the chapter. And now... I can just one-tap capture you. There we go. So now we're going to have a 3-use bolting, which is better than a, like, less-use bolting. I kind of doubt this will be enough for a level, because, like, a weaponless ballista I don't think it gives a lot of experience. No, actually, no. Still no strength. It's almost like a sunk cost fallacy. Do I go for more, or do I just, like, promote him now? I think I actually want to wait until he gets a sword rank, because Paladin does give him an extra sword rank. Meanwhile, it's hammer time. Oh, no, this guy does not want hammer time. But there's, like, nothing else that can attack him, so I'm totally safe where I am. And that guy also got blown into an alternate universe. Okay, one more fight will actually fatigue him. But it will also, I'll just use the Iron Sword, not the Paragon Sword. Because, oh wow, he got the kill anyway. There you go, weapon level increased. So, I think with this, I will promote him. And now I'm going to be going into... Yeah, I'm going to be making a save state for this, just because I'm just doing it for the dialogue. Another... Okay, good. Physics still has 5 uses. Oh yeah, that miss didn't consume a use. Nice. But okay, yeah, like I said, I just need to make sure. Need to make sure that I hit save state, not load state. Or... Yeah. Okay, so... What is the lowest chance of Asbel murderizing this guy? This is probably the lowest chance, but he's still likely to get murderized. No, I'm sorry, but you are literally the invaders. Okay, well, he took a pretty decent chunk of damage there. I need to rescue him and wait. Or... So yeah, this guy has 27 effective defense, and yeah, your hit rates on him are 73 avoid, wow. Alright, I can get Karen in support range. Okay, I got him down to 3 now. Which means now I just need to hit with the Armor Slayer. Which is a literal 1 in 3 chance. Well, not quite a literal 1 in 3 chance. I mean, surely this has to work at some point. Surely, 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 surely. Come on. Ah! Dagdar was allowed to hit a 25, but I have not been allowed to hit a 33 in 15 minutes of attempting. Dagdar just hit 2 25s! And yet I can't hit a single 33! Are you kidding me? I finally hit him, and it's not enough. Oh, that took me like 30 minutes of resetting the RNG. To all those playing along, don't do this. Don't ever do this. It's not worth it. It's really, really not worth it. I almost feel physically sick right now. That was not fun. And, yeah, this music is, completely just driving me insane right now. But, okay, Great Bow, Great Lance, Rider's Bane, Master Seal. I'm not even, gonna release you yet. I'm gonna actually, like I promised, I'm gonna promote Callian, because I need some levity right now. And Callian getting strength will give me a reprieve from that. Yeah, yeah, don't ever try and do that. It's really not worth it. Oh, it's his capturing stats that are being shown here. But, yeah, so he has B swords now. And now we can release him. All that for... yeah, screw that guy. But at least Callian has as much strength as Fred now, who'll be joining really soon. But, you know, he has better speed at least. Okay, yeah, let's just end this. So, all that was for this dialogue. If anything, they're actually gonna get a little weaker in the next chapter, but they rely on dirty tricks instead. And yeah, a lot of people like this Largo capture dialogue because it gives a little bit more explanation on Frege, and kind of explains some of Reinhardt a little bit in not in hindsight, in the opposite of hindsight. It's foreshadowing Reinhardt, basically. Yeah, you mean how I had General Largo captured instead of killed? Yes! My decision to reset the RNG for literally half an hour was admirable. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I'm just... like, this dialogue was nice to see at least once. But I'm just... yeah. And he didn't even appreciate the mercy either. Okay, so I'm sorry to end that on such a bad note, but next time is the meme, well, one of many meme chapters in this game, but one of the chapters that's the reason why I bought so many door keys until now.